Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Ben. Welcome back to the channel. Now, it has admittedly been far too long since we've been here in this room together, since I've been in front of the camera, and since I've made a video in general. And that's all about to change. You see, this past year I've been cooking up something pretty big, a lifelong dream of mine actually. And to put that in motion, I've had to go heads down at work, grind it out, pinch my pennies, and make some preparations. And I foolishly sort of thought that none of what's been going on has been worth sharing. I thought that I needed things set in motion. I needed to achieve a little bit more before I had a story to tell, something worth bringing to you all. And recently I've had a mindset shift where my journey here on YouTube actually is a lot like any overland trip you or I may go on. It's less about the destination. I don't have to achieve that goal just to have something sexy to share with you. It's about the journey, and I want to share that journey and the process with you all. And I'm excited to do just that. So let's get right into it. So Ben and I are on the road now. We got ourselves quite the drive. 12 hours from San Francisco back home to Arizona. Kind of a two birds, one stone sort of trip. I'm gonna get to visit my folks for the holidays, but also I'm gonna buy a new truck. New to me anyway. Now for just about the past year or so, I have been searching and saving my money and patiently waiting for the perfect example of this dream truck to become available, and I finally found it. Just so happens to be pretty close to my parents' house over in Arizona as well, so might as well knock both out in one trip. Now I know, the tension is palpable, the suspense is building. Hey, you can't hate a guy for trying to increase his watch time, right? But don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you hanging here, and I'm not gonna drag this out too much longer. What's the dream truck? It's what everyone's asking. Let's get to the reveal. Well, we have officially done it. This is it, the first solo drive in the Troopy, which I am now the proud owner of. A couple of things right off the bat that I'm noticing. Driving a manual transmission again, the 5-speed in here, it's kind of like riding a bike. It's been years since I've done it, but we're getting the hang of it. The clutch here is super nice, it catches, it's super easy to get going. The 3F, the motor in here is pretty snappy. I like it. It's not that bad. It's got some guts. It'll get up and go. Braking in here though, definitely gonna take some getting used to. This thing, the drum brakes, I don't know if it's the drums on the back, if I just need a brake booster or something, but holy cow, stopping distance, it's up there. So let me find a parking lot where I can pull in and show you guys around. Well, we've done it. The Troopy is officially mine. The money's changed hands. The bill of sale is complete. We're all squared up in the eyes of the Department of Motor Vehicles. And that means it's time to take a tour. Well, now this troop carrier, just like all the ones that we see in the States today, did not start its life here in the US. Instead, it started its life over in the Mideast, coming from Kuwait. There are a lot of interesting little touches that it has because it is a Kuwaiti import. The most notable being the placard in the driver's side door from the OEM. It's all in Arabic. The only thing I can make out on there is the VIN number. Up under the hood though, we've got that 3F powertrain. This 4-liter inline 6 is a pretty rock solid motor. I've been really pleased with it zipping around town, even on the highway. It holds its own. It's definitely got some life in it, so that's exciting. On the odometer, we're sitting just over 500,000 kilometers, which is somewhere on the order of 320,000 miles, something like that. So one question you may be asking yourself right now is, Ben, why this specific Troopy? What has you so excited? And there's really a couple of things. the first few of them come from the fact that it is a Kuwaiti import. What that means is that it lived the bulk of its life, put its hard years in an environment that's pretty dry, pretty rust-free, and it has great bones to show for it. There's hardly any rust on this truck, which, for what I want to do with it, is a really great place to be starting from. The second thing is actually the gas inline six, the 3F engine in here. I know gas versus diesel is a hot topic. I'm sure you guys have opinions out there, but for me, for the trip that I'm about to undertake, I was looking forward for a gas engine. And the third thing that comes as being part of this Gulf spec truck is we've got a left-hand drive vehicle. It also has factory air conditioning controls. The AC needs a little tune-up, but everything that I need there to get air conditioning working is in there. And so that's super exciting. We're sitting on fairly new tires here thanks to the previous owner. These are the Yokohama Geolanders. So I feel pretty good about those so far. Let's see, up here in the cab, it's pretty much what you would expect. We've got the 5-speed, got the 2-speed transfer case, air conditioning controls, radio unit that doesn't quite work, got our oh shit handle, and a pretty Spartan glove box down there. A couple of interesting things to note. The first is some sort of ignition lock on this truck. Let's see if I can show you over here. I don't know if they all came like this, but if I go to pull the key out, it doesn't just pull out. You have to come up here and hit this button, and that'll let you pull it back all the way. I've never seen a truck like that before. Got some indicator lamps. A couple of things I don't know what they are. No idea what this is. But I'm sure someone out there can tell me. Hood release. Another something over here. Again, not quite sure what those knobs are for. Lots of knobs everywhere. Little clock, I'm not sure if that's functional. Moving back then, we've got our fire extinguisher mounted up. And that is looking into the back side. I wanted to give you a quick tour of the back side of the Troopy, see what the previous owner did in here. It is pretty sweet, and actually truly a turnkey build. But there's a lot in store for it too, because I just can't help myself. What we've got going on back here is actually a sleeping platform. This folds out. The cushions from the bench seat up there turn into a nice little mattress. We've got an Engel fridge up there as well, a chuck box camp kitchen set up, and some water storage back here that can actually get all plumbed in. When the previous owner did all this, they did it right. They stripped it down. There's some underlayment in here, some Dynamat noise deadening stuff, and it is a pretty quality build. What you'll notice up here, we are missing the headliner, but we've got something in store for that. It's not gonna be a problem. Now, a couple things I'm definitely excited for with the Troopy. The first is the ambulance style doors back here. It's gonna make it ultra convenient. We're gonna be able to have an awning or something on the back here, work out of the back, live out of the back. It's gonna be really nice, a lot nicer than the 4Runner probably. And then just the sheer amount of space inside. You guys saw it, that build out is a great starting point, but the possibilities really are endless here. You've got so much freaking room inside. I am the proud new owner of a 1991 FJ75 troop carrier, and that feels weird to say. Ever since I first saw Expedition Overland tackle the Pan American Highway, it has fueled this passion for adventure and exploration and overlanding, with my goal being, my dream really being, my own Pan American journey one day. And I think what these last few years have really shown to me is that there's no sense in waiting. You can't just let your dreams be dreams, right? You've got to take the action to make it happen. And so we've taken that first step. And I should preface this all by saying that I truly am no expert. And as you all come along on this journey to build out the Troopy with me, to plan and prepare for the Pan American Highway, and eventually to hit the road, you're gonna see that I make a lot of mistakes, that I wholly embrace my ignorance and my shortcomings, and will lean on the internet and you all for support and guidance and answering questions that I come across, so that I can learn from those that have gone before me, that have made mistakes already and learned from them, and so that I can share the mistakes that I make so that you can learn from them. So my whole goal with this all is to show that if I can do it, so can any of you out there. So let's get to it. Until next time, get out and explore somewhere. I feel really good about this.